Kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go.
A play fake. Now Moon. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 22.
Texans first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Texans first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Texans.
Come on. Hit. 60 Vikings. Go.
To throw, Moon. He's got the Hall of Famer, Harold Carmichael. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Harold Carmichael, 39 yards. And the Texans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Patriots nothing. Morton Anderson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together. To the air, May. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And the Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, May. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing here is May. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Noah Fant, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Patriots respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Morton Anderson now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Jackson on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
19 target.
Moon to throw. That is caught. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Gain of 9 yards.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They run here with Dowdle. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. These two teams all tied after one.
It's second and 8.
Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Cardinal. Get up. Check the Eagles.
Play action. It's Moon. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And the Patriots will take over here just shy of the 30.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, it's May. There's a nice move. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely to pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
5.
Here's May. And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 66 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now Moon. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
19, 18. Mustang 19.
Out of the gun, it's Moon. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Texans first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's Moon. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrell Revis. And the Pats are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Looking to throw. May.
Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll throw with May. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now 2nd and 5.
17-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
From the gun, it's May. He's got his target. That's complete.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
What's that? Crazy. Hey, what's that? It's 5.
They'll throw now on the final play.
May looking to run.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Morton Anderson to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
This is Fant on the short completion. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It's the former Patriot Pro Bowler, Vince Wilfork. Forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw here. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he'll be brought down right at at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Boom.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
A running play. It's Dowdle.
And some room to run it. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Houston.
Rico Dowdle.
39 yards.
And the Texans have taken the lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. The defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
14. Morton Anderson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they get, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Down the sideline it goes.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big